can't turn the tide. Let the water go where it wants to go. You can run and hide. You can bury yourself beneath the stones. Somebody told me don't pretend, 'cause everyone could use a friend sometimes. Take some good advice. Don't let your fear decide. That's how you break inside. You don't need to worry. Somebody is waiting down the line. You pick up the pieces. Hey, you'll be alright.
Today's the day. We are heading from Squamish into Vancouver to see the surgeon who will tell us what's up.
What's the plan?
We're planning for being told that it's not that big of a deal, and we will figure out what the treatment plan is.
The big thing is we need to start this process so we can get it behind us and done as soon as possible.
That's the real deal. So
Yep.
the roads are really bad today. Bunch of snow, freezing rain, so we've left it early because, good thing, because there's traffic jams. So at this point, I'm feeling optimistic and nervous. You?
Cautiously optimistic.
Then we've got the support crew back here. Ellie, how you feeling?
I think it's going to be fine.
Courtney, what are your thoughts?
Simple and routine is the 2022 mantra for mom.
Excellent. That's the plan. So, fingers crossed, and we'll let you know how it goes.
Ellie, are you a dash hound?
This is what a real live dash hound looks like.
You're very good at it.
I'm very good. Hey there, I realized that I hadn't gotten around to sharing the confirmed detailed diagnosis, or at least as detailed as we have at the moment. So thought I better spend some time and do that. Here I am, actually in the car, new office. I'm in a parkade in Whistler waiting for Kory. Between the doctor and Kory and Courtney and I, we've decided that I will not go out in public. I cannot risk getting the Omicron virus, or any part of it, really. So I think last I showed you, we were heading off to the surgeon's office for our visit to get the results from the biopsy and the MRI and all the pathology that's going to tell us what we're going to do next. The roads were atrocious that day. Heavy snow, freezing rain. We're going from Squamish into Vancouver, heavy traffic, and of course, you know, you put bad roads and heavy traffic together, and there were accidents all over the place. So it took us like hours to get even a quarter of the way there. Thankfully, the doctor was willing to just chat with us over the phone and give us the information. So here's how it went. He gave us the official diagnosis. Yes, it's cancer. The part we weren't quite ready for, it's an aggressive form of cancer. It apparently is not hormone receptor positive, and I believe what that means is that it won't respond to a hormone type therapy. I'll look that up more and tell you more about it. So that was a bummer. There's multiple nodules in the breast. The MRI is also showing some nodal involvement. One in the axilla, which is my armpit, and one as an upper mammary node. That's a bummer too. Nodal involvement can mean that the cancer is spread, and it's not just isolated in the breast. Again, not what we wanted to hear. So, very nice doctor. And he answered all of our questions. He has ordered further treatment or further testing to determine treatment. He also wants to be sure that we're using the latest in science in breast cancer to decide the best treatment, which means that I'll be referred on to a medical oncologist as well. Although in Canada, everyone is treated equally and fairly. You can't just phone up and say, put me to the front of the line here. You cannot pay an exorbitant amount of money and go to the front of the line. I've always been a big supporter of the equality of our system, and I still am. But this is going to take time now. And when someone tells you you have an aggressive form of cancer, you just don't feel like you got a lot of time on the clock. So that's how we're feeling right now. So moving forward, I will have a CT scan. I will have a PET scan. I will have further biopsies of the nodes. And I will go to see the medical oncologist, and that's where we'll determine treatment. Looks like a guaranteed mastectomy, which is the removal of the breast. The question is, when's the best time to do the chemotherapy? Will it be before a surgery, after a surgery? What? Whew. So, rough telephone call. Thankfully, we were all together and we all heard it together and we could ask any questions we had. And like I said, he was really great about answering those questions. And that's where we discussed the COVID risk. And he's telling me that even 5 days of not being able to go for a test or not being able to have a treatment is too risky and we can't afford it. So that's scary. Yeah. So others of you out there have had a diagnosis that you hoped would have a better spin on it. I get that now too. It's a scary thing. And how did I get through it? Well, it's been a few days now, probably about 4, in the sense that it's just like a gut punch. It knocks the wind out of you. And I feel really bad for Kory and Courtney and the stress that they're having through this. It's the emotional roller coaster carrying on. And I wanted to be in a better place to have a more frank discussion about it and what it all means. So I understand where you're coming from if you're not quite ready to talk to people about things, or, I mean, I'm still in that I don't want to hear this and I don't want this to be true, and then it hits you that it is true, and then what are you going to do, and how bad is it? I don't know. And then there's confusion, and then there's denial, and then there's anger, and there's all of those emotions going through. I understand if you're having those too. I wish I could put my arms around you. It would help us all. Understand that your loved one is stressing hard, worried, confused, anxious, angry. Understand all those emotions and try and be patient with them. Love them. That's all you can do at this point. Just love your person. My family's really good at that. If you're the patient, recognize the stresses that your family's going through. Try to remain positive for them, for you, for your mental health and your physical health. Try to remain positive. Don't give up. Put your foot down. Keep calling. Keep asking questions. Get those tests done. And take care of yourself in the meantime. Sleep, food. I'm not so good at that either. I'll stay up late and wait for Kory and Courtney to get home. I'll have a glass of something. Here's a good question. They tell me that alcohol is a carcinogen now. It's level 1 carcinogen. I don't drink much, but I do have a drink every now and again. So, I just want you to know that I'm with you and I feel it and understand it if you're going through this. And I'm also with you if you are a loved one trying to help a person with a diagnosis like this through it. This is tough stuff, eh?
Finished my 4th week of work. Everything on the shuttle is fine. I actually don't mind. I kind of enjoy the job. It's slowed down a bit since after New Year's, but it's still reasonably full. Some bigger things going on though. Obviously Denise has cancer, and after I came home for a couple of days, I got to show a building near our home. So I rented a car because she has to go to another appointment with the surgeon, and hopefully we can get a better scope of what's going on with her and how far advanced this is. So yeah, let's I don't know. It's gone from kind of a fun adventure to, it's been a little bit sidelined. I feel bad for Denise. I know she wanted this to work, and there's no reason it couldn't work, and maybe some version of it will still work going forward. I don't know what we're doing long term here. I know that the wheels are in motion in the Lower Mainland Vancouver area, so we need to keep them in motion. I don't want to change anything right now. We need this to move forward as quickly as we can, and that's our primary focus. So yeah, I'm showing the space again this afternoon and tomorrow morning, and then hopefully the road, the Duffy Lake Road is open and I can get back. I'm supposed to work at 3 p.m. tomorrow. So that's where we're at. Things are progressing. Yeah, we'll keep you updated, and we'll get through this. It'll be fine. It's just a process that we need to go through, and we'll get through it.
I told myself I wouldn't film when I felt like this, but I just feel like I need to have a bit of a rant. I'm feeling right now like this whole process is just my problem. Tests, procedures, follow-up, all of these things are my problem. I'm not saying that people don't care, they're not willing to help, but it's not their problem. They're not worried about if it's time to go home, they have to go home, whether the requisition got sent or not. When the requisition gets in, when they've got time, they'll get to it. The urgency of this is mine. The fears about this are mine. The frustration of not knowing is mine. Yes, this is an urgent situation. I have an aggressive form of cancer. I'm feeling things changing. But everybody has their schedule to work on. Everybody has their patient load, their paperwork load. There's only so many spots to get a test done. So my urgency is my problem. The problem with that is I don't control not one single step of this process. And I don't control it, I don't control it. There's nothing I can do. I guess this is my lesson in patience. And I just need to wait. Somebody will call me when it fits into their schedule. And then they'll make me an appointment to fit in to get a test done in 2, maybe 3 weeks. Then I'll see somebody and, well, you know, all those tests have to be interpreted. Then we'll make an appointment to see an oncologist. And, well, you know, they're busy people too, so you have to wait your turn for that. I'm sad, and I'm afraid. And I don't have answers, which would really help this out a lot. I have nothing else I can do but rant. Rant in a video. So here I am. I promise you I'll get my shit together. And we'll see what we can do. See if I've got any resources or pointers that might be able to help someone else out. But right now I just feel lost.